So, all week we have been looking at different things that happen in Shrek. So our Walt today, we are learning to identify, so pick out main events in stories. What's our story?
Shrek.
So we're looking at the story of Shrek and we're going to look at the main events in the story. So, do we know what happened at the beginning of Shrek?
First he went to have a shower in his mud bath.
What happened in the middle of Shrek?
He found Fiona.
You're absolutely right. Mrs. Wood.
Yes, Mrs. Spadigan, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we've had a delivery. Miss Jenkins just gave this to me, so it could be Barnet right.
What on earth is this? My goodness.
Wow.
Somebody's tied this up very carefully. Do you think I should open it?
Yeah. I think it's a map.
Exciting.
I can see it's got writing.
It's a letter. Let's see what it says. Dear children, by royal decree, I have decided that the ending of the Tale of Shrek is so dreadfully despicable, it must be banned.
That must be the king.
I have confiscated this tale of terrible woe and I demand a new ending be created. My servants advise me that you are very inspired by this story and I have decided to place this responsibility in your hands. I expect the ending by sunset. Yours faithfully, Lord Farquaad.
It's a joke.
Oh my goodness. Do you think we will be able to think of a new ending for Shrek? What happens? What happens in the ending of Shrek as we know it?
They sing When I Saw Her Face.
You're right, but what happens to Lord Farquaad?
He doesn't get married with the princess.
Not get married with the princess.
Shrek stops Lord Farquaad.
What else? Put your hands up. What else happens to Lord Farquaad in the end? Why is he not very happy? And why do we have this letter? Why has he taken our Shrek?
Because the dragon ate him.
That's why he's not very happy. So he's taken our Shrek and he wants us to make a new ending. Do you think we can do it?
Yeah.
And we have to deliver it to him by sunset. I wonder how we're going to do it.
I can do that in 10 minutes.
Right.
I can do that in...
If we've got to make a new ending, we need to think,
It's a joke.
what am I looking for?
It's a joke.
What's our wolf going to be? Let's have a look. Okay, what I'm looking for, if you're doing a new ending, what am I going to be looking for?
Maybe they can just sort it out.
Maybe they can sort it out. But what am I going to be looking for? If we need to make up a new ending, what am I going to be looking for?
To make a very good happy ending.
Oh, that's good. So make a happy ending. What else might we need for our ending?
I don't know.
Okay. Selena.
I think I've got a good ending for him.
Okay. So we need to think about the characters, don't we? So remember the characters. That's what I'm going to be looking for.
It's a joke.
So what are we going to do?
I know, just don't listen to him.
But we still need to make an ending. We've not got Shrek. We still need to make an ending.
He's not alive.
Let's have a look. Okay. Green table. Let's have a look and see what we're going to be doing. Green table and Matthew, I would like you to get tray number 1. We're going to use what's in there to make our new ending. And yellow table, could you get tray number 2? Matthew, you can wait on that table, darling.
That table?
Yeah, green table. Yellow table, tray number 2, you are in the castle. I wonder if you can act out what's going to happen.
In that box.
It's not in there, I looked. It's not in there.
He's took our trick.
He has. He has. Okay, we'll just...
I looked in there and I saw it.
Yellow table, you're in the castle.
I sneaked in there and I saw it.
Just put it back in tray number 2. Red table, you need tray number 4. I will come and tell you what you're going to be doing. Go over to red table. And blue table, you need tray number 3. And you need these. Right. Somebody needs to write end. Lucas, could you sit here, darling? Happy, get white table. Right, Evie, you're in the castle, darling. Uki and Mia, you're with red table. And Mia,
Understand what you need to do? Okay, you tell me what you need to do.
We're supposed to be in the castle.
And what are we doing in the castle?
Those yellow tables need to be in the castle.
And they're going to join us, that's fine. What do you think you should do? Look, there's some masks over here.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the light and then come back out.
Okay, but remember what we're learning. We need to decide on how we're going to make a happy ending. So what we're going to do is you're going to choose a character and then I'm going to film you so that we can put some film together as to how we're going to change our ending.
I can't do it.
Okay, go and choose a mask, Evie. Gosh, it's hot in here.
Girl.
Choose a mask, Mia. Evie, you've chosen Princess Fiona. Why have you chosen her? Because she's pretty. And what else do you know about her?
She's really an ogre.
She's an ogre, really, isn't she? But does that mean...
Princess Fiona.
What does that tell us about her? She's an ogre, but is she like Shrek? Is she the same?
Oh, not really, because she's not an ogre in the morning, but Shrek is.
Oh, okay. Good girl. Well done.
Here, I want a picture of the end of Shrek. Okay, so you can use these pens. Talk to Keely if you need to. Oh dear. We have a bit of a problem.
What?
Matthew. We need a new ending. But what could happen?
They would chuck Lord Farquaad out of the house.
You can start drawing that if that's what you think might happen.
So, okay, so what happens at the very end of the film in Shrek? What happens? I can't hear you, darling. Because you've got a mask. Tell me what happens. He gets eaten, doesn't he? Oh, okay, so how could we change the ending of our story? Because I want to film this so that we can have a look later. So
Dragon likes him.
okay, so maybe the dragon becomes friends with Lord Farquaad. Should we try that?
Who are you? I'm Princess Fiona. Who are you?
think the ghost should live with them?
I'm Lord Farquaad. Lord Farquaad?
Yes.
You know Shrek? No.
This one is the
I'm Shrek. I'm Shrek. Shrek is one of my best friends. And Donkey.
And who is he going to go and live with in the end?
And the other one, he was a statue first, and then he went in the side of the statue and then moved the statue around, and then he came out.
Oh my goodness.
Tried to get Shrek.
So you think Lord Farquaad might end up happy if he's a ghost? If he's wandering around? What about Shrek? What's going to happen to Shrek and Fiona in the end?
Nothing. Not going to be nice.
We have to remember, we have to think about all of the characters and how all of them are going to end.
Look, Fiona needs to turn back into a person so he can marry.
No, not Fiona and Lord Farquaad.
In Shrek 2,
So you've done your idea there and you're ready to put it into your book. So now you need your pencils. There you go. So draw it first, and then we'll do our writing. Thomas, are you ready to put your idea into your book? Hugo, what are you thinking? What is happening here?
Shrek is charging Lord Farquaad away into another town. Into another country.
So that's another sad ending for Lord Farquaad.
How do you think Lord Farquaad would respond to the dragon all of a sudden wanting to be his friend? Do you think he would say, that's great, yeah, I'd love to be your friend? Or do you think he'd say, actually, no, because he's the king, isn't he? What do you think?
I want to be a friend.
Okay, Hannah, tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, pins on you. Get married.
Fiona, they do get married. Wow, that's an interesting ending, isn't it? Because Fiona didn't really want to marry him, did she? So what made you decide that they should get married after all?
Because that would make him be happy.
So do you think Shrek would be happy? Really? Interesting thought.
No, I think.
Oh, Farquaad. Lord Farquaad would be very happy, wouldn't he? But why did Lord Farquaad want to marry Princess Fiona?
Because he wants to be the best king ever.
He does, doesn't he? Well done.
Look for R. Do you want me to do your lines for action? What are you going to write?
This is Shrek, and Shrek is taking away Lord Farquaad.
Okay, so how are you going to put that into a sentence? So in the end, you could say in the end, Shrek takes Lord Farquaad away. Or the new ending, Shrek takes Lord Farquaad away. How do you want to say it? You tell me. The new ending.
What does that say? Tell me.
Donkey and Shrek fighting.
Fighting. Donkey and Shrek. Why are they fighting?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Were they fighting in the story, in the film?
Yeah.
They were a bit at the beginning, weren't they? But do you think that's maybe because they were just kind of disagreeing a little bit? Do you think that Shrek and Donkey are friends really? Towards the end of the film we realised that they became good friends, didn't they?
And that's where the dragon lives.
It's a lovely dragon, isn't it? Was the dragon a boy or a girl in the film?
Yeah, because Donkey was a boy and the dragon was a girl. And Donkey fell in love with the dragon.
It's quite funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Billy Rose, who are you colouring in?
Shrek has a mud bath because that's why he's got brown all over his face.
So he's had a mud bath. But that's fine, because he's an ogre, isn't he? And they do that kind of thing a lot.
Continue the sounds. Fraction, if you put them down, then you and Hugo can both see them, darling.
See the red one too? How?
I think you know all of those sounds. But if you need them, you can do it.
No, I don't know.
Farquaad. Quad. Farquaad. If that's what you hear. Okay, some of us are getting near to finishing our end so that we can send it to Lord Farquaad. Remember, you need to think about what all of the characters are going to end up doing. We're going to carry on for another 5 minutes and see if we can think of an ending. Right, read me your sentence, Rakshan. What's your new ending?
Live.
Okay, together.
Live often.
At the new end, Shrek takes Lord Farquaad.
Where's Mr. Cow?
So we could add on some more, couldn't we? Away, and they all live together.
Where's Mr. Cow?
So, do you want lines or do you want to do it on your own and remember finger spaces? You want lines. The army of Shreks and the ghost of Lord Farquaad live together. My goodness, that would be exciting.
Look at it. Look at it.
They all lived together at the end. What comes at the end of sentence? Can you write anything else? They all lived happily together at the end. What about Lord Farquaad?
No, Lord Farquaad is with them.
They're all together. So we could have a picture to show all of them. And then if we sent that to him, he would know what that meant, wouldn't he?
I could do the house and Shrek, Fiona, Pussy Mooch, Donkey.
All of the characters? My goodness. Okay.
I just do the one that I know.
Okay then.
Do you want to live with me? Yes, sure. Come on then. Let's go through the magic lights first. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. Come on, let's go home. I told you it was amazing. Come on, let's go home and eat. What about this food? This wasn't there before. This is my home. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Got a lovely home. Let's find here the dragons. Thank you, Fiona. I must go. Do you think we should get married? Would you like some more food? Yes, please. Do you want to marry me? You? No. Mister? What have you done? I'm just going to wait for you. Oh, that's very nice.
Fiona, Princess Fiona, Lord Farquaad's quite sad. Maybe you could make him feel a bit better.
Okay, I'll marry you.
No, it's not spelt like
You're so nice. What? Chloe, do you want to meet? You said you want to meet the dragon.
R is the letter that makes sound
There we go.
Oh, colour it in, that's gorgeous. They all lived
I
happily,
forgot
all
to
lived
do
together in the
donkey.
end.
Spotty.
Okay.
It's a long sound. 2 hours, good girl. And it will try and trick you at the end, so think about it. Think about what goes at the end of the word donkey and smelly.
Yes.
Good girl.
Okay, finish off the drawing or the picture or the sentence that you're doing. Tidy up your tables and come and sit down. I have seen some absolutely fantastic ideas for what could happen at the end of Shrek. So Blue Table, they did, in a moment, sit down. they did a mind map and they drew all of the different things that could happen to Shrek. And then what we could do, we could roll it all up and we could send it to Lord Farquaad. We'll have to try and get the address. Girls, would you be able to explain what your ideas were for the end of Shrek?
That's when he got eaten.
Say that again.
That's when Lord Farquaad got eaten.
Okay, so what about a different ending for him?
He gets bit out.
The dragon spits him back out?
Yeah.
Billy Ray, stand back a little bit, darling. Okay.
That only gets out by the mouth.
Right, so once Lord Farquaad has got out of the dragon, what else could happen to him?
What's that for?
Let's have a look. Right, thank you girls. Could you sit down?
Mrs. Beck. He did actually land on Highway Land. Dragon flied away.
Right, we've got lots and lots of ideas. Does anyone from Yellow Table think that they could act out their idea for what happens in the end? Ooh. Evie, could you get the mask that you need to act it out? Hayden,
What about the camera?
are you going to act it out with Evie?
What
You're
about
not.
the camera?
It's only if you're going to get your mask, darling. Have you got something to say?
I have a really good ending. The dragon spits him out and then they be friends, and the dragon gave him a towel.
Fiona, could you come to the front, please? Could you tell us what you think is going to happen in the end?
They could go through the magic lights and meet Fiona. And she saw some food on the table and he didn't know where it come from.
Really? Wow, so if you're doing the magic, Hugo, could you get your the Lord Farquaad mask and you can act out and show us what you think is going to happen to him? That's okay. You can do what you've written down, your idea. Carry on, Evie.
And we can meet each other in Lord Farquaad.
Really?
want to wear a mask.
Okay. Are you finished? Right, Hugo, come up here. Could you hold yours up and tell everybody what you think's going to happen at the end?
Lord Farquaad lands on a different a country far away.
He lands on a country far away. Do you think Lord Farquaad's going to be happy with our endings?
Yeah.
I hope so. What we'll have to do, we'll have to get them all together, won't we?
He'll meet Captain America.
Maybe. We'll have to get them all together and we'll have to send them to him and see if he likes the new endings.
I've got a great ending for him. Can I tell it? Can I stand up and tell it? Okay. I think if we had something to get him out, he could be saved, and then the princess could turn back, and then they could marry again, and then Shrek dies.
Right. So if we think about all of our ideas, you can sit down now.
Fiona loves Shrek.
You're right. So, if we've got all of these ideas for the ending,
I'm going to put the mask back.
you can just sit down where you are. Sit down where you are, Hugo. If we've got all of these ideas for the ending, have we got our wolves and our waltz?
Yeah.
Do you think we understand the main bits of Shrek?
I got Wilf.
Did we remember all the characters?
Yeah.
I think we must have it. So we must have our Wilf. So that's brilliant. Okay. Right. I'm going to sign. When I sign your name, then we will get ready for our next thing we're going to do.
Lunch.